Hello, welcome to our channel Elimika Mtandaoni. My name is Agustino Mogosi. Today I'm starting a new series of videos on final year projects, and this is a guide to informatics students. Speaking of final year project, this is like a culmination of the degree. That means it is the highest point where shows your attainment of your degree. It gives you as a student a chance to demonstrate all that you have learned. Remember, while you were taking your degree, there were times where you learned several courses. In a semester, you took about 6 courses. So the combination of all those courses from the first year, second and third year, then you have to demonstrate all those courses in this one thing that we call a final year project. So you get that chance to demonstrate all that you have learned. And actually this type of course is a problem module, and it is very different from other modules. Although students are supervised, but the honors, when I say honors, I mean the responsibility is on the students. So you as a student, you have first to define a problem. You have to define a problem. That is the first thing. You have to define a problem, and actually you will investigate what are the possible solutions to that problem that you have defined, and then you will present the results. Those results will be presented in 3 ways. You will present those results in writing, you will present those results verbally, and you will present those results in action. When we say these, what we have mentioned there is like this. When you say in writing, that means in the end you will have to write a report. But when you say verbally, this is because during this final year project you will do some presentations. And when I say in actions, also you will have to do some demonstration. So if it is a system that you develop, then prepare yourself to have all these 3 things to be done by you. That means you will have to present the ideas that you have, the progress of your project. Also, you will have to do some writing. You will have to write a report to demonstrate what you have done, what's the problem, what are the objectives, and what solutions have you proposed, and what are the results. And in the end of your final year project, you will do demonstration. That means if you have developed an information system, then what you will have to do is to demonstrate how that information system works. So apart from an initial briefing session, you have to take a note that there is no formal lecture. No one will come to class to teach you about the final year project. But what you will have to do, or teaching that will be done, teaching will consist of some regular individual or small group meetings to discuss progress. So you will have some meetings with your supervisors, you will have some meetings with your group members. That is the only way you will learn the final year project. So for assessment, when we talk about assessment, for assessments, then students will have to submit their progress and final results. So you will have some stages. The first stage will be the stage of proposal, then will be followed by a stage of progress, and the last one will be final results. And you will have to give in person, although it is a group, but it will be in person presentation and demonstration of your work. So you have to prepare yourself, although you are working as a group, but individually you will be assessed individually. So you will be assessed your presentation skills, you will be assessed your demonstration skills, etc. So actually what will be tested during your final year project, the project tests the students' ability to do the following. It will test your ability to design So the first assessment will be on designing. How can you design information systems? How can you engineer the information systems? How can you evaluate the quality information systems? Will also be assessed on research. How do you research your chosen subject area? In this case, I will have to warn you as students. It is like this. If you select a certain topic, then you have to do a thorough study. You will have to do a thorough study on that topic so that you get to know that topic in details, because you might do a project that is a repetitive work of another project. So make sure that you do a lot of studying so that in the end you do a project with an idea which is unique. So among the assessments, you will be assessed on how you research your chosen subject. But another thing will be assessed on how you can make good decisions, selecting on what type of software to use, what type of technology, whether should I develop a mobile app, or should I develop a web-based, or should I develop an SMS-based project. All these will be measured to see how you can make decisions when it comes to a real project in real life. That means there are some people, because they are good at web development, then no matter their idea, they will make sure that they develop or they come up with a project which is web-based. But in the assessment, you will find that you are judged wrongly, because maybe the idea suits if you come up with a mobile application. So how to make a good decision will also be assessed. Then another thing that will be assessed is how you overcome an unforeseen problem, and how can you work within constraints of limited resources, and how do you observe the professional code of conducts, and how can you communicate the technical concepts both orally and in writing. So during presentations, you will be assessed whether you can communicate those technical concepts like that. But you have to take a note of one thing. Let me tell you, to be successful, then you as a student, you need to plan. You need to have a good plan. You need to estimate, and you need to manage your time thoroughly. So in this series of lectures, then I will explain to you what is expected of you as a student, and what is expected to your supervisor, and how your project will be assessed. So just follow along. What is expected now, as we have said, you need to manage, you need to plan and estimate your time. Now let us talk about project selection, which is a very important thing that we should take. Actually, students are taking degrees in informatics, then they carry what we call substantial group project in the final year project. Then each of that project should be supervised by one member of a department, and to be assessed via written reports and presentations. So it is an important part of your final year. You need to do what we call a group project. But importantly, there are two tasks that you as a group must accomplish straight away. So select your group members wisely so that they won't let you down. These important tasks that you should carry along are: one, you need to find a supervisor, and second, you need to select a project topic. These are the very important topics. Now let's talk about selecting a suitable project topic. Selecting a project topic can be very daunting tasks at first, but to assist you, in some universities, even the University of Dodoma, there might be what we call a project database. This project database contains a number of project suggestions these project suggestions are made by the members of departments that you are in. You have to take a note that these are just suggestions. They are for suitable topics, and there is no requirement that you should select one among them. To get these projects, just look for your coordinator, undergraduate coordinator, and ask if he or she has a list of some suggestions, project suggestions. And another thing, another way where you can get a project topic, it is through a supervisor. So before you proceed with your project, you can find a supervisor and talk to him if he or she has a project suggestion for you. In fact, it is encouraged actually to formulate your own idea. It is encouraged to formulate your own idea. Now I will talk to you how you can select a suitable topic. At first, you have to look at the environment that you are in. The environment that you are in. Look at the environment that you are in. Then look for problems. Look for some problems. And these problems must be what we call informational problems. Informational problems. That is the first thing. When I say informational problems, that means the problems whose solutions can be done through development of information system. So look for problems in your environment. For example, you can have, let's say the environment is about agriculture environment. So maybe there are some people who cultivate crops, but they find it difficult to sell their crops. Now, the problem here is difficult. Then with your group, stay and discuss how can information system solve this problem of difficulty in getting customers for their crops for agriculture. After, then list down a number of solutions, because you are a group. Then list, this is solution 1, solution 2, solution 3, and the solution 4. So you after you have got a number of solutions, then through discussion, pick one solution which is the best solution. After you have selected that to be the best solution, then assign members of groups, each member of the group, to go and do a deep study for a day or two, a deep study about that solution. So write first that solution in a kind of words. For example, information system to solve problems for selling agricultural products. Then write this either in Google Scholar or in other other search engines, and see what other people have suggested. So look at the solutions that have been provided by other people. Then from there, just select, just study all those solutions and find if there is any gap. Find if there is one solution that they have not mentioned, then that can be your gap, and from there is where you can get your topic. So first thing is to get that idea, and after you have got that idea, then make sure that your idea is innovative. Speaking of the word innovative, it means that it's an idea that is unique, an idea that has not been done before. If you are talking about agricultural information system, then search in various search engines and see if there is no agricultural information system. If you find there is one agricultural information system or two, then make a deep study about that information system and see if there is a gap that you can deal with it, and from there is where you will have a unique idea. So the first thing that you need to know is the problem. You need to know the problem. That means to understand what's the problem, look at the environment to see what they desire, and what solutions are there, and what other solutions have been left that have not been implemented, because these solutions could have not solved the desired situation fully. So the other remaining solutions that are left will be the ones that will be taken as your idea for your project. So stay with your group and brainstorm on how you can come up with an important topic. Ideally, as for now, you should have already selected your supervisor and the topic. So just before the beginning of your semester, you should have had a topic and a supervisor in your mind. Now let's talk about project supervision. Actually, project is provided by supervisor, who can be both. It can be an academic supervisor or a technical supervisor. So in some universities, you are just given one supervisor, and that supervisor will have to play two roles: the role of technical supervisor and the role of academic supervisor. For the role of technical supervisor, you will get advice on technical aspects of completing your project. So here you have to be very important. As your supervisor will somehow suggest you on how you can deal with the project technically. For example, he will suggest to you whether you have to develop a desktop-based application, or you will have to develop a web-based application or a mobile app application. So he knows because of a certain topic or a certain idea that you have presented to him, then he will suggest it to you of whether you can come up with a desktop or web-based or mobile application. So work closely with your supervisor and hear his advice on technical issues. And you have to take a note that don't come up with your technical solution by yourself. There are some people come to the supervisor or go to the supervisors with a web-based application in mind, or mobile app in mind, or desktop in mind, simply because they only understand that one particular technology. That is wrong. You have to select in your group all the people who are capable of different technologies. So your supervisor may advise you to go with the web-based application, or to go with the desktop application, or to go with the mobile application. Don't just come up with your technology by yourself, because he is the one that will lead you on how you can come up with the best project. My expectation is that your supervisor will meet you at least every 3 or 4 weeks. The aim of meeting you is to discuss the project progress. Initially, what the supervisor will do, they will assess whether your project ideas are suitable and can help you improve them where needed. So before you select a topic, please just work together with your supervisor. Share your idea to your supervisor so that he or she can shape it in such a way that it will be a suitable idea for your project. Another crucial role that supervisors should fulfill. Supervisors will be the ones that will read and comment on your draft versions of your reports that you intend to submit. So given that your supervisor is also the person who will mark your report, then you will have to take advantage of that. You have to take advantage of them. So what you have to do, you will have to submit the draft versions of your report frequently to your supervisor. Normally your supervisor will lecture you in the area that you have selected for your project. However, because there is a limit on how many projects each a member of a department is expected to supervise, then there is no guarantee that you will get the supervisor of your choice. So you may follow someone and suggest that he should be your supervisor, and he will take down your offer. Don't hate him. Don't get heartfelt, disheartened. All the department members in your university are capable of offering you good advice on your project, no matter what the topic is. In addition to technical supervision, you will also be offered academic and project management support. Your supervisor will offer you advice and support on various important but non-technical topics. For example, he will help you in constructing a good concept note. So before you submit your concept note to your coordinator, then share with your supervisor that concept note so that he can construct that concept note to be to look as good as the one that is needed. He will also help you in constructing your proposal, and he will help you also in things like planning and time management. He will also support you in writing your reports and so on. It is not possible to produce a successful project. It is not easy to produce a successful project based solely on period of intense activity immediately before the final deadline. So don't wait for a deadline for you to work with your supervisor. Meet with your supervisor as frequently as possible, and you should work consistently and effectively throughout the semester of your project. It is often worthwhile writing some drafts of your final report while carrying out some tasks. Don't wait for the deadline for you to write your final report. You have to keep within the deadlines that you will have to make sure that you make regular progress, and actually you have to remember where your time has gone. So to help you do this, then what you should do, create a kind of log, and some universities like University of Dodoma, you are given a kind of log which is called it is for writing your activities. So make sure that you record the activities that you are doing, or let your supervisor write the activities that you are supposed to do, and make sure that you follow them as they are shown. So you should meet with your supervisors regularly and take along your activity log to review the progress. In the next video, I will explain to you on how you can come up with a good project concept note and a proposal, and how you can prepare them with a good idea. So thank you for following Elimika Mtandaoni. My name is Agustino Mogosi, and this is Elimika Mtandaoni. Ciao.